and welcome to learning session number 3 of chapter number 6 of Algebra, which is statistics. Okay, so far what all have we seen? We had seen mean, right? What is mean? It is a number which gives you the average value of data, and it takes into account all the numbers given in the data. For example, if you have these numbers, you will add all of these numbers, और जितने numbers add किए, you will divide by that number, and the answer which you get is mean, right? Then if you have this kind of data, how do you find mean? Agar if you have only this much data, okay, then you know how to find mean, right? सबको add करके जितने numbers add किए उससे divide करना है, and you will get mean. But अगर data ऐसा मिला होगा, okay, frequency table में if you have data, then this is how you solve the sum, or rather this is how you find mean. Okay, you write the class and frequency. Class का class mark ढूंढ लो. How do you find class mark? Add both the numbers and divide by 2. So 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 plus 10 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So on and so forth. So class mark find out कर दो. Then make another fourth column, which is frequency into class mark. So इन दोनों columns को multiply करके यहाँ पे लिखना है. So 1 into 7, 7. 3 18s are 54. 5 12s are 60. So on and so forth. Then you find summation of fi. Summation is add करके जो आंसर आता है उसको बोलते हैं summation. Okay, summation यानी add करना. So ये सारे जो fi है, f1 f2 f3 f4 f5 सबको add करके 50 आ रहा है. एंड समेशन एफ आई एक्स आई, ओके, समेशन एफ आई एक्स आई यानी दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करके जो कोई भी नंबर्स है उन सबको ऐड करके क्या आंसर आ रहा है. ओके, सो इफ यू ऐड ऑल ऑफ दिस यू विल गेट 218. So once you get that answer, all you do is, give me a minute, yes, all you do is use the formula. What is the formula for mean? Mean का symbol क्या है? You write x and put a bar on the top. Okay, that is the sign for mean. And the formula is summation fi xi divided by summation fi. So you just substitute and calculate, and you get your final answer. Final answer you have to write it in statement form. Okay, for that you'll have to read the question again. So this is how you find mean using direct method, right? Then we had seen median. What is median? When you arrange your data in ascending or descending order, the number which is at the center is called median. Okay, so अगर same data ले लोगे and you arrange in ascending order, तो center में कौन सा number आ रहा है? 7, right? Left में 4 number, right में 4 number. Does it take into account all the numbers? The answer is no. Okay, अभी यहाँ पे 9 के यहाँ पे 9000 होगा या 900 होगा, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Central number कौन सा है? 7 है, right? So median will still remain 7. अगर तुम लोग का last का number change भी हो गया, 8 का 10 हो गया, 9 का 950 हो गया, कुछ भी हो गया, सेंट्रल नंबर तो 7 ही रहेगा. सो मीडियन सारे नंबर्स को कंसीडर नहीं करता, सिर्फ सेंट्रल नंबर देखता है एक बार असेंडिंग ऑर्डर या डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज करने के बाद. ओके, सो मीडियन हियर इज 7. द डेटा इज सेम. एंड वी हैड सीन हाउ टू सॉल्व अ क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन मीडियन. अगर ऐसा डेटा दिया होगा, so how do you find median of such a data in frequency when the data is given in the form of frequency table? You first find cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency कैसे फाइंड आउट करते हैं? फर्स्ट नंबर को वैसे के वैसे लिख दो, फिर फर्स्ट नंबर को सेकंड नंबर से ऐड करो. सो 150 प्लस 500 650, 650 प्लस 300 950, 950 प्लस 50 1000. देन यू फाइंड समेशन एफ आई. समेशन एफ आई इन सारे नंबर्स को ऐड करके हमेशा ये नंबर आना चाहिए. अगर ये दोनों नंबर सेम नहीं है यानी तुम लोगों ने कहीं पे था कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक किया. ओके, देन यू फाइंड एन. कैपिटल एन क्या होता है? समेशन एफ आई. सो अगर समेशन एफ आई 1000 है तो कैपिटल एन भी 1000 होगा. And then you find n by 2. N by 2 is 500. Then you start finding 500 in cumulative frequency. 150 is smaller than 500, you move ahead. 650 is greater than 500, so इसके लेफ्ट वाला f हो जाएगा फ्रीक्वेंसी, उसके लेफ्ट में जो क्लास है वो मीडियन क्लास हो जाएगा, और उसके ऊपर वाला 150 हो जाएगा, और सॉरी उसके ऊपर वाला cf हो जाएगा, क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी. सिर्फ मीडियन क्लास का जो लोअर लिमिट होता है लेफ्ट साइड वाला नंबर, दैट इज 10 over here, that becomes your capital L. And ये मीडियन क्लास के जो दो नंबर्स है उनको सब्ट्रैक्ट करके जो आंसर आता है 12 minus 10 is 2, that becomes your small h. Okay, so using all this you can substitute in formula. L को यहाँ पे 10 लिख दिया, n by 2 को 500 लिख दिया, माइनस cf को 150 लिखा है तो 500 minus 150. The entire thing is divided by f, which is 500 over here, and multiply by h, which is 2 over here. Okay, then you substitute and calculate and you get the final answer. One thing to note here is for median the class should be continuous. Okay, continuous class मतलब क्या? यहाँ पे 10 है तो यहाँ पे भी 10 है, यहाँ पे 12 है, यहाँ पे भी 12, यहाँ पे 14, यहाँ पे भी 14, तो बीच में गैप नहीं है क्लास के. So only if you have continuous class you can solve median का sum. अगर continuous नहीं है you will have to make the classes continuous first and then proceed. Okay, so this was median. Today we're going to look at mode. Okay, what was mode? We have already seen what is mode. The number in the data which comes the most number of times is called mode. Okay, यहाँ पे 5 दो बार आ रहा है, whereas 8 तीन बार आ रहा है, right? So 8 सबसे ज्यादा बार आ रहा है, right? It is coming the most number of times, बहुत सबसे ज्यादा time 8 number आ रहा है. So 8 is our mode over here. Okay, again, does this central tendency which is mode टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन ऑल नंबर, सारे नंबर्स को कंसिडर करता है. अभी यहाँ पे 7 के पे अगर मैंने 6 कर दिया तो तुम लोग का मोड चेंज होगा? नहीं. 3 की जगह पे समझो यहाँ पे मैंने 4 लिख दिया तो तुम लोग का आंसर चेंज होगा? मोड नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि मोड को फर्क नहीं पड़ता बाकी नंबर्स क्या है, मोड से लगेगा कि सबसे ज्यादा टाइम कौन सा नंबर रिपीट हुआ है, राइट? So this is mode. Okay, so now today we're going to look at how do you find mode when you have given frequency distribution. Okay, इसका mode find out करने तो हमें आता है, but अगर data frequency distribution table में दिया होगा तो कैसे find out करना है, that will be our objective for today. Students will be able to find mode. Okay, again as I said, median के लिए जैसे तुम्हारी क्लास कंटिन्यूस होने चाहिए, वैसे ही मोड के लिए भी तुम लोग की क्लास कंटिन्यूस होने चाहिए. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कंटिन्यूस क्लास? ऊपर वाले क्लास का अपर लिमिट और नीचे वाले क्लास का लोअर लिमिट सेम होना चाहिए. ओके, यहाँ पे भी 4, यहाँ पे भी 4, यहाँ पे भी 8, यहाँ पे भी 8. तो दिस इज अ कंटिन्यूस क्लास. फॉर मोड अगेन इट हैज टू बी कंटिन्यूस क्लास. व्हाट इज इट? यहाँ पे लेफ्ट साइड में दे हैव गिवन एन एग्जांपल ऑफ क्लास व्हिच इज नॉट कंटिन्यूस. यहाँ पे 3 है तो यहाँ पे 5 आ गया, 4 गायब हो गया. 3 to 5 के बीच में के वैल्यूज जो है वो गायब हो गए. यहाँ पे 7 है, यहाँ पे 9 है. अगेन these numbers are not same, right? So बीच classes के बीच में gaps है, so it is not a continuous class. Okay, you will need to know the difference between continuous class and classes which are not continuous. Okay, so these are the steps to find mode. Okay, I'm not going to explain them right now, just copy it right now in your notebooks and I will explain this through while solving a sum. Okay, so now we are ready to solve practice set 6.3. Okay, so what we're going to do is, again like last learning session, I will solve one sum completely for you all. जब मैं वो sum तुम्हें explain कर रहा हूँ, you will keep all your notebooks and pens down and you will only pay attention. Okay, only you'll need to have complete focus on whatever I am teaching or how I am solving the sum. Okay, that will be your first sum. Then second sum we will do together. Okay, I will give you some time, you will pause the video there, do a few steps and then cross check whether you are going in the correct direction or not. So second sum we will do together. And the last sum, not last sum but last sum for this learning session, which is question number 3, you all will solve as a practice. Okay, and fourth question we'll see in some other learning session. From practice at 6.2 also there is one question remaining. From practice at 6.3 also one more question will be remaining, that we will see in another learning session. We'll only focus on the first 3 sums today. Okay, so the first sum I'll do completely, you have to only pay attention there. Second sum we will do together, you will solve a few steps and keep checking in between. And third sum you will solve the entire sum by yourself. Okay, for practice. Okay, so let us start solving question number 1. So question number 1 reads, the following table shows information regarding the milk collected from farmers on a milk collection center. Okay, so एक milk collection center है, उसमें farmers कितना मिल्क कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, सॉरी फार्मर्स से कितना मिल्क कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, ये डेटा में दिया है. ओके, एंड कंटेंट ऑफ द फैट इन द मिल्क, मिल्क में कितना फैट्स है वो भी हमें बता रहे. ओके, 2% फैट है, 3% फैट है, 10% फैट है, उस मिल्क में ये चेक कर रहे हैं. ओके, इसको कैसे मेजर कर रहे हैं? लैक्टोमीटर से. लैक्टो मीन्स फैट. ओके, लैक्टो मतलब फैट, मीटर यानी जो फैट्स को, फैट का जो कंटेंट है वो चेक करेगा. So find mode of the fat content. Okay, यहाँ पे मिल्क कलेक्टेड है, 30 लीटर मिल्क कलेक्टेड है जिसमें कंटेंट ऑफ फैट कितना था? 2 to 3%. ओके, 70 लीटर्स ऑफ मिल्क वाज कलेक्टेड जिसमें फैट कंटेंट 3 to 4% था. 80 लीटर्स मिल्क कलेक्ट किया जिसमें 4 to 5% फैट था. So on and so forth. Okay, so this we have got the data and we have to find the mode of fat content. Mode of fat content क्या है from this data? Okay, so our first step is make 2 columns, class and frequency. Both of them are given in the question. Okay, so I'll first do that. यहाँ पे class के जगह पे क्या आएगा? Content of fat in percentage, वो यहाँ पे लिख दिया मैंने. And frequency में क्या आएगा? Milk collected in liters, तो वहाँ यहाँ पे लिख दिया. So यहाँ पे जो horizontally लिखा था I have just written it vertically. Okay, 2 to 3 यहाँ पे, 3 to 4 यहाँ पे, 4 to 5 यहाँ पे, so on and so forth. Similarly 30 I've written here, 70 I've written here, 80 I've written here, so on and so forth. Okay, so I've just drawn the label, I've just drawn the table vertically. Content of fat को मैंने class लिख दिया है, and milk collected I've put as frequency. Okay, so our first step is done. Second step, make the classes continuous if they are not continuous. Okay, I've told you, right, median and mode के लिए classes continuous होने चाहिए. Direct mean के लिए अगर वो classes continuous नहीं हुए तो भी चलेगा. Okay, so make the classes continuous if they are not continuous. So let us check the classes. यहाँ पे 3 है, यहाँ पे भी 3, यहाँ पे 4 है, यहाँ पे भी 4, यहाँ पे 5 है, यहाँ पे भी 5, यानी सारे classes continuous है, बीच में कोई gap नहीं है. So this is already continuous, so I don't need to do step number 2. Okay, so second step is also done. Third step, mark F1, F0, F2 and the modal class in the frequency column of the table. Okay, क्या क्या मार्क करना है? F1, F0, F2 and modal class. So how do you do that? So ये सब मार्क करने के लिए what you have to do is you have to check the frequency column. Okay, this is the most important step of this particular sum. Okay, if you can do this particular step very well, third step, so this type के questions are very easy to solve. So make sure you're paying attention how I'm marking these three things. Okay, so what you will do is frequency column में you will see which is the highest frequency, 30, 70, 80, 60, 20. सबसे बड़ा नंबर कौन सा है? 80. So 80 is the highest frequency, right? That you will call as F1. उसके ऊपर का F0, उसके नीचे का F2 और उसके लेफ्ट का modal class हो जाएगा. Okay, I'm going to repeat this one more time. So to mark F1, F2 and F0 and modal class, you will see the frequency column. फ्रीक्वेंसी कॉलम में जो सबसे बड़ा नंबर है, द बिगेस्ट नंबर और द हाईएस्ट फ्रीक्वेंसी यू विल फाइंड फर्स्ट. ओके, सो इन सब में सबसे हाईएस्ट नंबर कौन सा है? 80. सो 80 में 80 इज योर हाईएस्ट फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो 80 विल बिकम योर F1. उसके ऊपर का तुम लोग का F0 हो जाएगा, उसके नीचे का F1 हो जाएगा और F1 के लेफ्ट का will be modal class. Okay, last time I'm repeating, the highest frequency will be F1, उसके ऊपर का F0, उसके नीचे का F2 and उसके left side में modal class. Okay, so we have marked F0, F1, F2 and modal class in the frequency column of the table. Okay, next find capital L and small h. Right, this we have already seen for median also. What is capital L? Lower class limit of the modal class. What is small h? Upper class limit minus lower class limit of modal class. Okay, let us do that. So capital L क्या होगा? यहाँ पे जो 4 है, modal class हमारा 4 to 5 है, right? So उसका lower class limit will be capital L, 4. And what will be h? 5 minus 4. Modal class को subtract कर दो, जो number आएगा that is your h. 5 minus 4 is 1. So your capital L will become 4. Then h will become 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. F1 you know is 80, F0 you know is 70 and F2 you know is 60. Okay, so we are also done with fourth point. Okay, or fourth step. Now the second last step is to use the formula to find mode. So what is the formula for finding mode? This is the formula for finding mode. Okay, L plus F1 minus F0, the whole thing divided by 2 into F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied by h. Okay, this is your formula for mode. So how will you use the formula? You will first substitute, right? Substitute karo values. So L kya tha? L was 4. So we have written L is equal to 4 here. Then F1 minus F0 will be 80 minus 70. So 80 minus 70 ऊपर आ गया. फिर 2 into F1 यानी 2 into 80. So 2 into 80 यहाँ पे लिख दिया. Minus F0 minus F2 यानी minus 70 minus 60. तो ये यहाँ पे आ गया. Multiplied by small h which is 1. So once you have substituted, now we'll do the calculations, right? So 80 minus 70 will be 10. 2 into 80 will be 160. Minus 70 minus 60 is 130. So 160 minus 130 will be 6 minus 3 is 330. So 1 upon 3 आ जाएगा यहाँ पे. 1 upon 3 is 0.33. So 4 plus 0.33 is 4.33. Okay. So we have used the formula to find the mode. Okay. Next, write the final answer in pencil box. To write the final answer, you should know the question. Okay, क्या पूछा? Find the mode of fat content. So how will you write? How will you write the final answer? The mode of the fat content is 4.33%. परसेंट कैसे पता चला? क्योंकि यहाँ पे लिखा है, right? all the contents are in percentage. So the mode of the fat content is 4.33%. So that's how you solve a question based on mode. अगर frequency table में mode find out करना है, these are the steps. Okay. So now that we know how to solve the first sum, what we are going to do is we are going to move on to the next sum. So the next sum you all are going to solve first and then you all will cross check with me. Okay, unless and until तुम लोग खुद से solve कर रहे हो और अपने mistakes को यहीं पे correct नहीं कर रहे हो, it will become very difficult. अभी यहाँ पे खुद से solve करते समय if you are correcting your mistakes, then you will find these sums very easy. Okay, and you won't make any further mistakes. So sincerely, whatever I'm telling you all, do solve it first and then cross check with me. Okay, जितने steps बोल रहे हो उतने solve करो. Okay, so let us first read question number 2. Electricity is used by some families. Electricity used by some families is shown in the following table. Find the mode of use of electricity. Okay. So use of electricity units में दिया. So 13 families 0 to 20 units के बीच में consume करते हैं. 50 families consume 2 to 20 to 40 units of electricity. 70 families consume 40 to 60 units of electricity, so on and so forth. Okay. और उसका mode find out करने बोला. So what is the first step? You make two columns, class and frequency. Both of them are given in the question. Next, if they are not continuous, you make them continuous. So these are the first two steps, right? So do these two steps first. Okay, what you will do? You will make class and frequency ka column and you will make the class continuous if they are not continuous. Okay, so I'll wait for 5 seconds for you all to do these steps and then you all can play the video and cross check. Okay. Okay, I hope you pause the video and you are ready with your class column and frequency column. Okay, so this is how it should have looked. Okay, class के अंदर क्या लिखोगे? यूज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इन ब्रैकेट यूनिट्स. यहाँ पे जो हॉरिजॉन्टली लिखा है उसी को वर्टिकली लिखना था. एंड नंबर ऑफ फैमिलीज इज योर फ्रीक्वेंसी. यहाँ पे जो हॉरिजॉन्टली लिखा है दैट इटसेल्फ यू हैव टू कॉपी वर्टिकली. ओके, so if you're just check whether you have written this correctly. If not, make the corrections and now we're going to move ahead. Okay, so what is our next step? Next step is to mark f1, f0, f2 and modal class in the table. Okay, these four things you have to mark: f1, f0, f2 and modal class. Okay, again I'm going to wait for 5 seconds for you to pause the video here and find it by yourself, then you can cross check. Okay. Okay, I hope you have marked that in the table. Okay, now let us see the correct markings. So, how do you find F1? You see the frequency wala column. Frequency wale column में जो सबसे बड़ा number होगा, that will be your F1. Okay, so which is the biggest number here? The highest frequency is 100. So 100 will be your F1. Okay, so yes, 100 is F1. उसके ऊपर वाला F0, उसके नीचे वाला F2 और F1 के left में modal class. Okay, just check if you have marked these correctly in your notebooks. Okay, highest frequency is your F1, ऊपर का is F0, नीचे का is F2 और F1 के left side का है modal class. Okay, what are the next steps? You will write capital L, small h and all these things, all these three values as you're given. Okay, you have to find capital L, small h and you have to write these three. Okay, and you have to be ready to substitute in the formula. Okay, so again I'm going to wait for 5 seconds for you to write capital L and small h. Okay, pause the video and write both of them. Okay, I hope you pause the video and are ready with capital L and small h. What is capital L? Modal class का जो lower class limit होता है that is a capital L, right? So यहाँ पे छोटा number कौन सा है? Left side का number 60. So capital L will be 60 and h क्या होगा? Modal class को subtract करना है. So 80 minus 60 will be 20. So small h is 20. So that I have written here. L is 60. Modal class का lower class limit. Small h is 80 minus 60 which is 20. F1 we had seen 100. F0 उसके ऊपर का 70 we had seen. F2 उसके नीचे का 80 we had seen. Okay, what are the next steps? You will write the formula first. So you have to by heart formula. Okay, तीनों के formulas तुम्हें by heart होने चाहिए. Mean, median, mode. इन तीनों के formulas have to be by heart. Now you use the formula. substitute the values, and then find out the answer. Okay, again I'm going to wait for 5 seconds for you all to do these three steps. Formula likho, substitute in the formula, and do the calculations. Okay, I'm going to wait for 5 seconds for you all to pause and do that. Okay, I hope you pause the video and you have your calculations ready. Now we will cross check. Okay, so this is the formula L plus f1 minus f naught. F इसको f naught भी बोल सकते हैं, f0 भी बोल सकते हैं, both mean the same. Okay, so f1 minus f0, the whole divided by 2f1 minus f naught minus f2 multiplied by h. Okay, so L is 60. Now we are moving on to substitution part. Okay, L is 60. f1 minus f0 क्या हो जाएगा, 100 minus 70 जो यहाँ पे न्यूमरेटर में आ गया. 2 into f1 will become 2 into 100 जो यहाँ पे आ गया. Minus f naught minus f2 will be minus 70 minus 80 जो यहाँ पे आ गया. Multiplied by small h, which is 20 over here, is being multiplied over here. So 100 minus 70 is 30, which comes in numerator. 2 into 100 is 200, so which comes here. Minus 70 minus 80 is minus 150. So 200 minus 150 is 50, right? So 30 upon 50 multiplied by 20. So ये 3 upon 5 हो जाएगा, and 5 will get cancelled. 5 ones are 5 fours are. So 3 fours are 12. यहाँ पे 12 आ जाएगा, right? They haven't shown all the calculations over here, right? These calculations you should be able to do by yourself now. We all are in grade 10. Okay, so using I mean, after calculating you will get 12 over here. Okay, so 60 plus 12 will come out to be 72. What is the final step now? You have to write the final answer in statement form, and you have to put it in pencil box. So for that we need to see the question. So just go back and see question in your textbook, question number 2 में क्या पूछा था, and write the final answer. Okay, again I'm going to wait for 5 seconds for you to do that, and then we will cross check. Okay, okay, I hope you have seen the question again and you have written answer in statement form and you have put it in pencil box. Okay, let us check. So question में क्या पूछा था, find the mode of use of electricity, mode for use of electricity. So how will you write? The mode of use of electricity is 72 units. Units क्यों लिखा है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे दिया था, right? Units units में लिखा है ये सारे values. So it is 72 units, and you will box this up in pencil. Okay, so one sum I have solved it completely for you. Second sum we have solved it together, right? मैंने तुम लोगों को कुछ steps करने बोले, you did those steps and you cross checked your answers, and जहाँ पे भी mistakes हुआ you have made those corrections. Now I think you are ready to solve third sum by yourself. Okay, so this is the third sum in the textbook. Try to solve this by yourself as practice. Okay, so that was it for this learning session. Just check if you have achieved today's learning objective. Will you be able to find mode if I give you a question like this? Okay, अगर ऐसा एक question दे दिया मैंने, frequency table दे दिया, will you be able to find mode using the steps I have given you? If not, then you'll need more practice. Maybe you'll need to watch this video again, and you will get the answer when you get the correct answer for this. अगर इसका correct answer मिल गया, it means you have achieved today's learning objective. इसका correct answer नहीं मिल रहा है, do reach out to your friends, maybe watch a video again, reach out to me, and we will figure things out. Okay, so that's it for this learning session. I hope you understand whatever I've taught you. Again I'm telling you all, this is a very scoring chapter in algebra, statistics. पहली बार जब देखो काफी complicated लगता है, इतना difficult formula, such big numbers, so many calculations, but it's very easy. Once you solve the same type of sums 3-4 times, it starts feeling like it's very easy. Okay, so just solve 3-4 types of sums back to back and you will start feeling more confident. तुम लोग को steps by heart करने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, अपने आप by heart हो जाएगा. Okay, so make sure you all are practicing this particular chapter very well. It's very scoring. Okay, and you should never leave this particular question in board exam. Okay, so that's it for this learning session. I hope you understood, and I hope we'll see each other in the next one. Till then, bye and peace.